Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to round 5 of the IIL ILAKA Automotive and Karting Association Mazda MX5 series. Coming at you from the land down under. It's tight, it's technical, it's Winton Motor Raceway, the place they call Australia's action track. I'm Sean here live on the ILAKA Automotive and Karting Association YouTube channel, as well as Sam Studio Network. We appreciate each and every single one of you joining in here tonight for what should be some elbows out racing. Before we cut virtual trackside, we'll take a look at our virtual point standings. Yuval Merritt continues to run up there up top, but not so fast, quite running away from Ron Sassoni there. Ari Shaul, Ruben Chacha, Arnon Levi, they continue to run up in those top 5 point standings. Rodem Lev, Iran Dalitsky, Amir Atun, Amri Farag, as well as Gerd Tal rounding up the top 10 in our point standings. Thank you all for joining in here tonight on, once again, what should be a fantastic race. Let us know who you're rooting on down there in live YouTube chat, as we'll take a look at our track information here tonight. It's tight, it's technical, it's 12 turns, a 3-kilometer raceway, 70-degree Fahrenheit track temp, sitting at an altitude of 610 feet from Winton, Australia. Ooh, it's overcast skies. We got the field lined up and gridded up. It's Yuval Merrick who slapped it out there on the pole. Let's see what he's got for us here tonight, as we are just a few moments away from lights out racing here from Australia's, I think, famed track here. Ruben Chacha, he'll start on the outside row of P1 of the first row. Amir Atun, Iran Dalitsky, it's Yuvi. He'll start P5. Arnon Levy, Yosika by Gertal, Rodem Lev, and Mark Zubrev running at the top 10. All right, we are just waiting on those start lights here. Looks like, oh, we got a couple other drivers. So it's going to be Ran Sassoni all the way. He'll start P11 of this race. Ezra Raphael, he'll start P12. Jor Last, Edan Eliyahu, Alexei Sorpin, Dima Medvinik, Amri Levy, Iran Frankel, Amnon Sahari, Gabriel Fuchs, and Minnie Land rounding out our 21-driver grid. Waiting on one more driver here, so let's take a look at this turn 1, or at least what we're about to see up here in turn 1. It's kind of that 90-degree hander, and I saw it kind of play a factor here in practice. A few spins up there out of turns 1 and 2. It's tight, it's technical. These tires are cold, very low pressure as well. The brakes cold. These drivers are wanting to make something happen earlier on in this first heat race, this first 20-minute heat, and then we will have our feature race top 10 inversion. Here we go, Yuval Merrick and Ruben Chacha out there up on our front row. It's lights out and away we go here at the land down under. It's a slow crawl towards turns 1 and 2. Iran Dalitsky, Amir Atun, they start to run side by side. There's that 90-degree left-hander. It kind of sets up turns 3 and 4 here. Gonna run door to door. Now it's clear there from 3rd, 4th, and 5th on back. Iran Dalitsky, Amir Atun. There's Yuvi Yishiahu having a really nice start to the race. He's gonna try to make that outside line work in the number 44. Very nice, clean, calm, and cordial start to this race. It's Arnon Levy, Yossi Gabai, Gertal, Rodem Lev, and Mark Zubrev running at the top 10 as it starts to single file out here. Our 2 front race leaders starting to pull away just a bit. It's Yuval Merrick and Ruben Chacha. It's deja vu. How many times have we seen this before? Hopping on board at the back bumper of our race leader, it's Yuval Merrick in the number 25 Mazda MX5 Cup car. He's now, oh no, we got a spin up here through the back. That's going to be Jor Last who goes around. He collects, I think that's going to be, is that Gabriel goes around with him as well. Amri Levy also involved in this early incident. Or excuse me, Omri's just now making it through here. So other than this, it was a kind of a clean start to the race. We did start to work our way towards that tighter and technical portion of the track. You see up at the top of that track map here, just now coming to complete lap 1 of the race out of turn number 12. It'll be Yuval Merrick to the race lead. That's where he started, going to continue to run in that pole position. Ruben Chacha still within striking distance, definitely has that slipstream of draft here. Look at this passing opportunity here. We're going to see out of the numbered 6 Mazda MX5 Cup car. That's Amir Atoun. He got left side tires up and up into the air. He's going to wave him like he just doesn't care. But it's Amir Atoun who gets the spot, and it was done with all clean and ethical respect. It's ethical racing here earlier on here from Winton Speedway in this ILAKA Israel Automotive and Karting Association IIL race here. It's been tight, it's been technical here as we're still going to look side by side. This is going to be the battle between Ryan Sassoni as well as Rodham Lev, two drivers with very good pace here, season in, season out, race in and race out. It's two completely kind of different cars from what they're used to running here. It's lightweight, it's light horsepower. Ryan Sassoni, he's able to get that P8 spot away from Mark Zubarev, and now Rodham Lev, they'll start to kind of run side by side. Whoa, Mark Zubarev, his car got way, I think what you call understeer, in American language you call it get tight there through corner entrance. Mark Zubarev, he's able to make that tight condition work though, find that throttle pedal there on corner exits. It's Mark Zubarev, he's up to P9, gained a spot since where he started this race. Back up here right in front of this battle where we have Iran Delitsky, Arnon Levy, as well as Yossi Gabai. These drivers have ran with each other side by side, front bumper to rear bumper, quite a bit throughout their sim racing careers. I know quite a few of these drivers, they've got some real racing careers they're brewing up for them. They're going to run side by side. This is going to be into our technical turns 1 and 2 here. How about Iran Delitsky making that inside line? Oh, excuse me, that's going to be Arnon Levy. It's two blue Mazda MX5 cars there. Arnon Levy, nice pass there, that number 39 on the 5. Now Iran Delitsky's going to have to regroup, rearm as Gertal, Yossi Gabai, and Ryan Sassoni start to close that gap for the top 5 positions. Back out to the race lead as Reuven Chacha continues to try and reel in Yuval Merrick, our pole sitter. Take a look at these last lap time history between the two. It's been Yuval Merrick who continues to briefly pull away. Lap 2 put down the fastest lap of the race so far with a flying 130.5. Reuven Chacha was right there behind him with a 130, I guess that'd be a 130.7 right there behind Yuval. And Reuven Chacha, I'm not sure if he's just waiting for these tires to kind of come in play here. This is a quick first heat race, and then we'll have our feature. Reuven, he's a 2,500 more I rating than Yuval Merrick up here, respectfully, but he's still retaining that gap of about 1 second. It actually continues to steadily drop here this lap as we complete lap number 4 from Winton Motor Raceway. It's Amir Atoun. Nice start to this race. He's going to continue to run where he started. Then it's going to be Arnon Levy, Iran Delitsky, Gertal, Yossi Gabai. You can still throw a blanket over this battle here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Whoa, contact there. Iran Delitsky goes way off the track. All right, before we take a look at that contact, here's the first incident that we saw earlier on in the race where it was Edan Frankel. He was involved. As I think that was just a move all kind of sent wrong there out of the number 10 out of, that was Omri Levy there who I think he tried to make something work that maybe wasn't quite there. We'll take one more look at it here, and then I'll show you that incident that we just saw live. So there's a move down the inside. He tries to kind of get out of it there. You see that the steering wheel, or the hands on the steering wheel, go back to the left to try and just kind of keep that number 10 off of the right rear quarter panel of Edan Frankel. But unfortunately, no can do it. Oh, the 78 banked and boomed. Iman Sahari there, the number 78, nowhere to go. And you saw in the background, that was, I think that was another spin. Here's that incident I think that we just saw as well. Okay, this one's going to be another Omri number 10 machine. Oh, already dealing with a little bit of damage. Just a little bit of a slip and slide there, able to keep it moving and grooving once again. I think it was. Here it is. Here's the incident that we did just see. It was a little bit of accordion in effect there as Edan Delitsky, he just had nowhere to go. We'll take another look at it. That was a really nice camera angle here. There's the 7 of Gertal, just kind of deep into the braking zone of turns 1 and 2 there. Kind of sent Idan Dalitsky right off the racetrack. Nice evasive action there for Yossi Gabay, who right there behind him. And how about Yossi here tonight? He continues to run as we cut back to live coverage in the P5 position, gaining 2 spots since the drop of the green flag. So does Arnon Levy right up there up in front of him, and so does Gertal right behind him. It's 2 positions gained here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Then you start to look at, of course, it's Ryan Sassoni and this lightweight, light horsepower, light blue Mazda MX5 Cup car. Ryan Sassoni, he gains 4 positions since the drop of the green. He is our biggest mover here tonight. Oh, hang on to her. That's you see a puff of smoke there. I think that was up in front of him. Let's see if we have any live. Oh, of course, we got some live driver cams here tonight. Ryan over there on the left, and then it's Yuval Merrick on the right of those live driver cams. We're on board with Ron here, and we'll see if he can continue to close that gap to Gertal for P7. Both these drivers locked in. I'm talking laser focus. That's what it takes to get around here, Winton. Look at those micro adjustments on the steering wheel for Ryan over there. That number 20, he's got the speed here tonight, but right now trying to pass Gertal, who's also got the speed. So does Yossi up there right in front of them. Here's we'll head up, down and around turns 1 and 2 again. Yossi having a real nice night as he tries to reel in Arnon Levy. Let's see those last lap times here. Okay, that's Levy versus Gabay there. It's a little bit slower lap 1 and 2, and then you see Yossi, he starts to put down the pace. Lap 3 as well as 5. I'm not sure what happened. Lap 4 lost a lot of time. Matter of fact, almost a whole second there. But if he's able to continue to kind of reel in Arnon, keep your eye on that number 17 machine here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have himself a real nice run. Also, going back to Sassoni here in that number 20 machine. This is such a fun battle to watch. It's still a blanket over, I mean, still call it 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th as Mark Zubrev and Idan Al-Eliyahu start to join this battle. Rodem Lev sits there in the P10 spot. If this argy-bargy continues to heat up and ensue here, I wouldn't call Rodem Lev here out of this battle. As look at Mark Zubrev's front left brake rotor glow tremendously under braking there. I wouldn't want to touch that one with a bare hand, but oh, we got a spin in the back. That's going to be Alexei Sorpin. He's still going around in that Bart and Lisa Simpson machine. I think that was contact with, was it Dima? I have to take a look at this race replay. It may have been, I saw it kind of the background of the screen. There's that Bart Simpson machine. His front left brake rotor is also kind of glowing. Kind of misses the turn. No contact. No contact sent him around, but definitely contact between the two of Dima as well as Alexei Sorpin there. I think that's all that is for Alexei. He just tries to carry as much speed, as much momentum as he can at probably one of our most important corner of the track here tonight as we hop on board with the onboard camera shots of it. And just deep into the braking zone. Nothing you can do to save that thing as soon as it starts to yaw around like that. I would imagine that Dima's probably not too happy as well, but nothing you can do. You're just trying to fight for every single inch, every single centimeter here tonight. I'd say tonight, it's every race within these drivers. It's every race, but I think for the most part as well as it's kind of clean, it's ethical, but it's also very hard racing at heart. We got elbows out here tonight. We're only 10 minutes down out of our first 20-minute heat, and then we're going to re-rack them, restack them for our feature race. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the sights and sounds here tonight. I'll be right back up with you up here in the booth. Oh, as here comes Rad down the inside. welcome back. You can slowly crank this puppy back down as, man, Mini lands. He has also gained 4 spots as the drop of the green, but unfortunately, oh, nice evasive action there, then kind of bumps Alexi Sorpin out of the way as Alexi got way deep into the braking zone once again, as we saw in that race replay. Man, Mini, he's going to continue to run up in the 17th spot, and that number 77 continues to run, I think, have a really nice run here tonight for him. So it's Yuval Merritt continuing to lead this race, but the gaps still run roughly the same. Take a look at last lap history, 4, 5, 6, and 7. A little bit slower, but hey, take a look at lap 8. I would call it about tied, as that's 7 hundredths of a second there. That's our separating Griiip Cha-Cha and Yuval Merritt last lap by. We'll have to see once this updates and see what lap 9 does here for us as we continue to crest our way and close our way out of heat race number 1 to set up our feature race. We should have that top 10 inversion as well, but it's really point battles here tonight between our 2 front point series standings, I do believe. There you see lap 9, it's a whole it's a whole half of a second faster for Cha-Cha. This is what I kind of referenced earlier on in the race. I do wonder, I was wondering, and now I think I have my answer. I was wondering if Griiip Cha-Cha was maybe trying to save a little bit of something here for us, as now look at how hard that number 1 Mazda MX5 is pushing here. All 4 tires off the racetrack. He's going to run 2 tires off of it here. These 3D rendered rumble strips will definitely, they could get the most of you here as we continue to see, I mean, whole right side tires lifted up and off the racetrack for Griiip Cha-Cha. He's got his pilot's license here tonight. God, look at his hands go to work. This would be a great time. Here we go. Talk about micro adjustments. These are what would you call it, macro, I guess, adjustments here. I mean, look at how hard he sends this thing here into the corners, trying to get within, I'd call it DRS range, but you know what I'm saying. It's slipstream, it's draft range within these kind of, you know, I would consider these Mazda MX-5s to be aerodynamically considered as bricks. You're going to poke such a huge hole into the air. Whoa, as Griiip Cha-Cha slides it out of there through turn 12. We are coming down to the final 5 minutes to go. Lap times ranging at about 1 minute 30. Let's see if my math is mathing. That should be about 3 to 4 laps left within this race. Yuval Merritt, he was cool, calm, and collected earlier on, but right now he's going to have to put his head down. He's gonna have to put that pedal to the metal, as maybe start to maybe think about playing some defense here tonight. Oh, nice run of the exit there for Gertal. You see Yossi Gabai, they're kind of blocking there on corner exit, going in and out of there's this turn 12, I think. No, they are starting to look the same here, but it's Yossi Gabai and Gertal. Those drivers have continued to run at it throughout this whole race, and then right there behind him, it's Ron Sassoni, one of our points series, let's see here, points, yep, running P2 up in the points. It's Yuval and Griiip Cha-Cha. Actually, I think I misspoke earlier. I'm not seeing Griiip up there in, oh, excuse me, Griiip's running 4th in the point standings. It's Yuval Merritt still with the race lead tonight, as well as our point standings lead. Last 2 weeks ago from Alton Park, Griiip Cha-Cha came away with, I do believe he swept the race, so that really helped him in those point standings. Artie Goldberg, he came away with P2, and then it was Yuval Merritt who came away with P3. So as we continue to run within these last couple of races throughout the season, it's going to be really all about consistency. Where have you finished throughout this whole season? And do you have those nice consistent finishes to help you up there in those point standings as well? We'll take a look at those point standings here after our heat race ends, and we re-rack them and restack them, get that top 10 inversion as well for the feature. It's Arnon Levy, Yossi Gabai, and Gertal. Isn't this been pretty much the whole race here tonight? Arnon, Yossi, and Ger. You even call it Rand down there running in the 7th position. It continues to be Yossi Gabai who throws blocks there on Gertal. These drivers, I'm not sure if they're buddies real life or not going to be anymore after this. I would love to know the story, because it's been tight racing between Gabai and Tal tonight. Might I add, it's been clean, and that's the most important part here. Race, you know, you kind of want to race anyone how you want to be raced yourself here, and I think that's what we continue to be seeing. There's, I mean, really maybe a dent there in the number 7, but that's just Moss MX5 Cup racing. Really no beating, banging elbow doors thrown here tonight here between the two. I would call it elbows at, but it's been clean. It's been fun to watch between these guys. And if they do start to find themselves in a little bit more argy-bargy, got ran right up there with them. Back out here to the race lead. It's 18 minutes down out of 20 to go. Let's see as they come around out of turn 12. If my math is mathing, we should get 2 more laps if they make it to the line here fast enough. Wait for Barney the flag man here. Does he got that white flag in his hands? No, it's going to be 2 more laps to go. Yuval Merrick continues to lead him going into that technical turn 1, but Reuven Cha-Cha closes that gap. I think within these higher speed corners, I think Yuval Merrick starts to, he continues to pull away just a little bit, but especially, I mean, up and towards turns, I think that's going to be 8 and 9 up there at the top of the track map. That's where I really start to see Cha-Cha start to Cha-Cha real smooth, start to work his way up into that battle for that race lead. He's definitely within slipstream. Cha-Cha's definitely within draft right here. It is what he's going to do with it as we are going to work our way to the white flag this time by. Here we go. We're going to work our way into that tight technical section that I was referencing. That's where I think Cha-Cha makes up some ground. Look at him saw on the race wheel, trying to get the front to turn into the racetrack, trying to get any sort of grip that he's got left within these tires here. Yuval Merrick, if there's anything left within that defensive fuel tank here, we really haven't had to see it played here tonight, but we're going to see it. Whoa, as Reuven Cha-Cha slides it one more time. Yuval, here we go. This is going to be coming towards the white flag out of turns 11 and 12 this time by. Does Yuval Merrick, is he able to have what it takes to hold off this hard-charging Reuven Cha-Cha, or it's not only gonna have to hold him off within the slipstream of draft range, but also within those tight and technical 8 and 9s. Here we go. White flag waves loud and proud here tonight. Yuval Merrick, Reuven Cha-Cha leads them down into 1 and 2. They have a 12-second gap over the field. They can do whatever they please here. They can get a little bit of argy-bargy here happening because they have that 11-second gap to work with. Here we go through 3 and 4. The gap stays at about 0.3 of a second. Reuven tries to do everything that he can. Reuven, if there's anything left in the arsenal, you got to throw it out here tonight. You're sitting P4 in the point standings. You have the point standings leader up there in front of you. As we continue to crest our way throughout this season, it's each and every single point's going to matter. Each and every single 10th of a second's going to matter here tonight. You close that gap there just a little bit. I'm liking with what Reuven Cha-Cha's putting in place here. As long as he is within striking distance out of turns 10, 11, and 12, anything can happen tonight. Reuven Cha-Cha loses a little bit as Yuval Merrick keeps it nice and steady. Coming out of turns 10 this time by. They're going to head towards the final 2 turns of the track. This 3-kilometer raceway comes to an end here out of turns 11 and 12. Here you're going to start to see the slipstream. You're going to start to see that draft play a little bit of a factor for Reuven Cha-Cha. He gets to well within 0.3 of a second, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Here comes Yuval Merrick out of the final turn. Checkered flag is out. Yuval Merrick takes it away here tonight. Ooh, that is big. That is huge going into our feature race here. Unfortunately for Yuval, he's going to have to start in the 10th position. Fortunately for him, though, he's going to gain quite a bit of positions, of course, with those top 10 interviews. It's going to be fun to watch him work his way through it as Amir Atun, Arnon Levy, Yossi Gabai come across the line 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Gertal Rancesoni, he finishes it out P7. It's Mark Zubarev, it's Edan Eliyahu, Iran Dalitsky, and UV Yishiyahu rounding out our top 12. Ooh, boy, I gotta catch my breath up here. What a race. Jor Last, Ezra Raphael, Idan Frankel, Mini Land. How about Mini Land going all the way up to 16th position? Amnon, Gabriel Fuchs, Omri Levy, Dima Metavinik unfortunately finishes in 20th position, and Alexei Sorpin finishes P21. All right, as promised, we'll take a look at those point standings, and these are points before this first feature race, but heading into the race tonight here. It was Yuval Merrick up there in the point standings. You got to imagine he's going to continue to kind of start to crawl away with them here after winning our heat race. It's Rancesoni, Eddie Goldberg, Shaul, Reuven Chacha, Arnon Levy, Rodem Lev, Iran Delitsky, Amir Atun, Omri Farag, and Gur Tal. Ido Balstand up there in the top 11 in our point standings. Also, as promised, we're re-racked, we're restacked, we are ready to go. We'll take a look at this starting grid. It's with that top 10 inversion. It's Idan Eliyahu, Rodem Lev, Mark Zubarev, Rancesoni. Ooh, that's dangerous. Ran starting up here in the front 2 rows. Gertal, Yossi Gabai, Arnon Levy, Amir Atun, Reuven Chacha, Yuval Merrick, who ran up the top 10. Idan Delitsky, Yuvi Ishiyahu, Dror Last, Ezra Raphael out of Rafa Media, Idan Frankel, Mini Lance, Amnan Sahari, Gabriel Fuchs, Omri Levy, Dima Medvenik, as well as Alexei Sorpin. Ladies and gentlemen, get up, stand up for your life, and don't you ever give up that fight. We are green flag racing. We are feature racing here at the Land Down Under. It's Rodem Lev, it's Idan Eliyahu, Rancesoni, Mark Zubarev leading them into the tight technical turns 1 and 2. Who is able to get away with this cleanly here tonight? You also have to take a look at Yuval Merrick, who's already, Yuval Merrick just barely misses a spinning. Yossi goodbye. Yossi goes around there in the front of the track. All of these drivers taking evasive action here earlier on. Our points leader up there was barely able to miss that spin. It's Idan Eliyahu out up front who's able to start to run away with the race lead. Rodem Lev, Rancesoni, here comes Yuval Merrick already back up to P5. We're running side by side. There's contact there. Rancesoni spins Rodem Lev. Lev goes around. Lev goes around in front of the pack. Oh no, he takes the 44. That's the UV machine. Yishiyahu goes around. Oh man, Reuven Chacha, I was gonna say thank you very much, but Reuven is still trying to work his way through this pack. We still have spins all over the place. The 21, Dima Medovic, once again involved. Many lands, no, again, just has nowhere to go in a race restart. Go! Yuval Merrick, how about him? The man, the myth, the legend. He already works his way up to P3. Remember, started P10 after the top 10 inversion. Now he has Gertal starting to breathe down his neck. But Yuval says, I got my 5,500 road course iRating up here. I'm going to start to breathe down Rancesoni's neck as Idan Eliyahu, matter of fact, going to lead lap 1 of our feature events. We're already 1 minute 40 down. Time flies when you're having fun. Arnon Levy as well as Mark Zubarev. We're going to start to do battle here in turns 1. No, that's going to be Arnon Levy, who thinks better of it, going to live to fight another day. What a start to this race, spin after spin after spin. It starts with Yossi Gabai out top here up front. And this is the lime green machine that almost took out our points leader here. Look at Yuval send it 3 wide. He knows he has places to be. Whoa, I don't think there was contact there, but Yossi just goes slightly off the racetrack, right in the middle of everybody else. And then that's just the start of it all. Yeah, it's kind of an avalanche effect here. Here's another driver with quite a bit of pace here tonight. This happens right behind Yossi's incident. It's Idan Delitsky. Oh, he gets off the track, tries to into the tire barriers. He goes, and then it just keeps on coming. I believe the next one here, it's going to be Omri Levy. He's up here trying to battle it out with that's Alexei Sorpin. That's the 5 down here. Excuse me. That's that is the 5 down there to the inside. Here comes Omri's incident. Just tries to another incident of maybe tries to carry a little bit too much speed. And then here's UV's incident as we'll get, we're going to get back out here to the battle for the race lead as they started to run side by side. Yuval Merrick is able to take away that leading position out of turns 11 and 12. Remember, in our heat race, that's kind of 11, 12, what I talked about, a really nice passing zone, passing opportunity. 1 and 2, if you're able to get down if you're able to trail break it hard enough and downshift, get the weight to transfer on these Mazda MX5 Cup cars is, holy, we got a car stopped on the track back there. If you're able to, that's also a really nice opportunity to make that pass. But speaking of make that pass, here's Yuval making it. believe this is going into 11 and then 12, the 2 final turns on the racetrack. 2 tires not quite up the air, I don't think, but you've all just going to say thank you very much. Takes away that race lead. Derek looks to try to go back-to-back here from the land down under Winton Motor Raceway. It's Eliyahu, Mark Zubrev, Rancesoni running 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Remember last race, Rancesoni, he was running about this same position. You could throw a blanket over each and every single one of those drivers running at about 5th through 8th. It's starting to look about the same thing. Way here tonight as Mark Zubrev has a save of a century. He starts to look like a Formula Drift here. This is going to allow Amnon Levy as well as Rancesoni to make that pass happen. Those 2 baby blue IIL, ILAKA Esports machines. Rand's going to say thank you very much. Works his way back up to P4. Ooh, a little bit of contact on his back bumper. Gets a shot out of Mark Zubrev. Man, I don't think Arnon Levy's going to be real happy seeing that up in front of him as well. Trying to get his way right back and through it as Amir Atun, Ryuven Cha-Cha start to now Cha-Cha real smooth. Speaking of it, Ryuven, that's some pretty detrimental damage on his front nose here tonight. And I believe this is when it happened to him here. Yeah, it had to have been in the, oh man, okay, he misses the spinning goodbye there, then tries to maybe 4-wheel it, get it back up on the racetrack. What happens? How does Ryuven, he made it through that one, okay. Still looking. Oh gosh, is it right here through, what is this, through 6? Okay, so that's, I believe it's not on lap 1, but man, we'll get back up here to now Gertal, who now passes Edan Eliyahu. How about Gertal? This is a driver, remember I mentioned earlier in our heat race, that number 7, he's got some real nice pace. Looks like they patched up that slight dent on that, what was on the front nose. Gertal, Edan Eliyahu, even Rancesoni up there, our top 4 drivers are putting on a show for the race fans here tonight. Oh, golly, Edan Eliyahu gets hard, really deep. Oh, pause. He gets really deep into the braking zone there. Once again, it is another case of front left brake rotor glowing. It's glowing so much that you can start to see it in the daytime. So you know it's boiling up there. Speaking of boiling, this battle is starting to heat up and boil between a damaged Ryuven Cha-Cha running P4 in the point standings. Not going to really help him too much within this feature race where he's running, but man, Mark Zubrev, about that, the number 030 IIL machine, he's having himself a nice run here tonight, running in the 6th position after that top 10 inversion. He did start 3rd, but he continues to run right up here within this 5th, 6th, and 7th battle. Might not be for long though. Here comes Ryuven Cha-Cha. He's going to try to slice it down the inside. Ryuven Cha-Cha working with little to no downforce, so it is what would be left on the front downforce in these Mazda MX5 Cup cars. Wow! Holy save from Mark Zubrev. Here comes the number 6, as well as this is going to be Amir Atun. Woo, boy, that was big. That was huge for Mark Zubrev. He's still slideways. Look at him hang on to it. Whoa, 2 quick downshifts. Is that all the way down into 1st? It sure did sounds like it. But Rafael Media, Mark Zubrev, the 030 machine, he's also about it. Another real nice battle. Let's. I love this onboard shot here because you really can start to see and compare and contrast here what you do see out of the live driver cam. Of course, Rancesoni over there on the far left side of the screen. Right side is our virtual driver cameras. We're on board with him. He's not really able to run away just quite yet from Arnon Levy right there behind him. Arnon's consistently putting down, let's see, a 133.15 the last lap by. Rand's was, his best lap was also last lap by. His was a 131.37. And Gertal and Idan Iliyahu really starting to get at it here. Only 0.2 of a second between these two drivers, separating our final 2 driver interview spots. And Gertal, our last race from Alton Park, he finished P5. So we're really starting to see this Gertal machine start to really have nice runs for his money. Idan Iliyahu finished. I'm not seeing on my notes here, so either out of the top 10 or maybe not even. Maybe wasn't even there, but oh, is that a? Okay, I thought I just heard tire squeals there, but Gertal and Idan Iliyahu can continue to really do battle here for second and third. Speaking of go on board with the driver here, this is kind of the more point of view shot at it, coming out of turns 12, heading into 1 and 2 here. Yuval Merrick, he puts down a 131.091. Blistering pace here tonight for that number 25. Continues to lead out up front. Idan Iliyahu gets maybe a little bit too deep in the braking zone, compromises a little bit of corner entry speed for that corner exit speed. Gap starts to grow here slightly between this gap between P2 and P3. It's just, I know iRacing is, you know, it's a simulator and not a video game, but man, it's funny seeing this much damage on the number 1 machine, and he's still, he's got 7,200 road course side rating. He definitely knows how to get around Winton Motor Raceway, but even Cha-Cha, even still with this much damage, continuing to put lap times down. I mean, he put down. His last lap was a 130.81. How does that Mazda MX5 still have that much pace in it? Well, I think that at this point, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the man who's behind the wheel, and that's Reuven Cha-Cha. He's going to continue to build tighter conditions. I believe that is understeer conditions. As a matter, yeah, he's going to try and size up a move here down that straightaway. Goes into turn 1, down and around the outside. Cha-Cha to P4 with a heavily damaged Mazda MX-5. There's only 9 minutes left to go in our feature race. Cha-Cha could be up here battling for the final driver interview spot. Uh-oh. I do see this is a quick look at Rodham Lev incident in the number 404 here, and we'll get back to that battle real quick. Oh, just brings it down in pit lane. Does he spin it? Just come to a stop here. I mean, kind of misses the entrance to pit lane. I wonder if that is an incident penalty here as we're really starting to rack our way through it. Apologies for there. Gertal back to this battle between P2, P3, and P4. I mean, it's Reuven Cha-Cha still. The gap now between him and Idan Iliyahu, it's only 0.6. It's now 0.5 of a second. If we continue to kind of hang on board with this overhead shot, I mean, look at the gaps that Reuven Cha-Cha's. He's able to close within these braking zones, and he's. The thing that gets me here is he's able to carry that speed and momentum off of corner exit, of course, with the damaged machine. But, I mean, whether damaged machine or not here, look at it. These are supposedly all specs BOP'd out here tonight. I don't know. Here comes Reuven Cha-Cha. If he's able to make this pass work here in turns 1 and 2, it's Cha-Cha to the final interview spot. This is going to be fun questioning here, this number 1 machine. He might even go back-to-back in P2 positions if he's able to start to reel in Gertal. If we take a look at the last lap comparisons between the two, they are, I mean, look at him. It's two whole seconds lap 6, a whole second lap 7. I mean, even lap 8. I really do think if this pace continues to, if he continues to keep this pace up, if my math is mathing, and it's really not that art of math, it will be a Yuval Merrick and Reuven Cha-Cha back-to-back 1-2 finishes here tonight. Speaking of Yuval Merrick, that's our race leader. He has now gotten about to a 6-second lead. But take a look at what he did on this race start. Remember, he had to start all the way back here in the 10th position. Yuval Merrick, look at him go here already. I mean, that's 10 to 20, maybe even 25 kilometers an hour faster off the drop of the green flag there. That's all right. Let's bring that one back here. This one's gonna be fun. Okay, so car middle of your screen. I'm surprised that's not a. Yuval Merrick with immaculate timing there in the race starts. That's 1. That's 2. Count on positions. 3 wide. He's going to make that one work. So that's already 2 spots gained. And that's Mark Zubarev. I believe Rodem Lev up there in front of him after that. I mean, it's just amazing. It's so much fun to watch Yuval just put this all out on display here. This driver with Yuval's going places. And it's not only just to the front. I mean actual in real life too. All right, it's Cha-Cha, it's Gertal here. It looks like Cha-Cha's able to get the pass done, as I was reminiscing up there over on Yuval Merrick's immaculate race restarts. I don't think that battle's here over just quite yet, as Gertal, he got way deep, almost contact between the two. How is there this much pace in Reuven Cha-Cha's #1 machine? Once again, it's got to be all just driver at this point. You would imagine that that's so much air that's getting up there and underneath the hood, and I mean that is not. It's not going to be smooth air. That's not be clean air that is going up and across that front nose. He continued to show some real nice pace, though. As a matter of fact, has the fastest lap of the race. And here's a quick look at how it happened. Whoa, we got a wheelie in. Who just wheelied down there on the back stretch? What in the name? It may have been Idan Eliyahu. I think it was. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, I talked about 3D rendered rumble strips. Boom, all 3, maybe even 4 tires off the racetrack. Oh my goodness gracious. One more look at it here in extra slow-mo. It is all 4 tires in Eliyahu, and he saves it too. I mean, that's the best part. That suspension goes to work his back. If this was real life, probably going to be sore tomorrow. Oh, no, he had it saved. Man, something had to have broke, or maybe he did broke that one there. But all right, we'll get back to these final 4 minutes to go. If my math is mathing, let's see. That should be about 6 to 7 more laps. Yuval Merrick continues to lead with a 6.5-second gap, looking to go back to back, we could now call it here, after winning Oulton Park last week. I believe it was, no, it was Reuven Cha-Cha who won last week at Oulton Park. It would be back-to-back podium finishes for Yuval Merrick if he's able to get it done. Final 3 minutes left to go in this race. The way that it's coming here, I guess I misspoke. It's not going to be 6 laps. Probably looking more like 2 to 3 here at this point. Arnon Levy, he's running in the 5th position. About 2.5 seconds back there behind Rancis Sony, running in the P5. P6 belongs to Mark Zubarev in the 030 number 6. Excuse me, in the number 030 running in the 6th position. Amir Atoun, Ezra Raphael, Edan Frankel, and Dima Medvedev round out the top 10. And we're now starting to see something that we didn't really see in our heat race. We're starting to see a little bit more gappage between these drivers, and I think that's because about five or six of them were involved there in that earlier incident. All had to make their way, either take the tow or go all the way across this 3-kilometer racetrack, down and back and into pit lane, take their faster pair. Final 2 minutes left to go, so it should be this lap and then one more. That should wrap us up here tonight. It's Yuval Merrick. He just needs to keep it out here on the track, continues to put down nice, clean, consistent lap times. If you take a look up in the top left of your screen here, that's a look at our incidents here tonight. And Yuval Merrick, he's kept it so far so clean with a steady 3x. Reuven Cha-Cha, he sits at a dangerous 15x. Gertal, he's sitting at now 14x as he goes off the track again. Yuval Merrick, he gets right across the stripe before the white flag comes out, I think. So that's going to be 2 more laps to go this time by you. Oh, you got to be careful, as we saw what happened with Eliyahu last time by those 3D rendered rumble strips. Back to those incidents, however, though, if you're newer within the iRacing simulation universe, it's 1x for if you go off the track, it's 2x for kind of loss of control, 4x for pretty heavy contact with another driver, and that's definitely what we've seen here tonight on that #1 Mazda MX5 Cup car. Some pretty heavy contacts, probably some couple off tracks as well. You got to imagine that they're starting to get close to that incident limit. I would believe. Cha-Cha, he's up there, 15 highest incidents here tonight, but also our highest driver gaining positions. Excuse me, I take that back. That would actually be Dima Medvedik, who started in P20 this race and worked his way up to P10. All right, final few seconds are winding down from what has been a fun heat and I think an even more fun feature race to watch. Makes me wish I was down there out on the track with these drivers, putting on a show for the race fans down there in ILAKA Esports Automotive and Karting Association YouTube land. It'll be the white flag just by 2 seconds. That's if Yuval Merrick slowed it down 2 seconds last lap by, that would have completely kind of changed, not the outcome, but we would have had 1 less lap to go. Yuval Merrick, though, just continues to put down blistering pace, takes a brief off track there out of exit, I believe that was out of 2, heading into 3. Yuval Merrick looking to go back-to-back today after just needs to, probably about 2.5 more kilometers here. I'm looking at 9 to 8 more turns to go. Easier said than done from this tight, this technical. Speak of this, look at Rodem Lev. It said he just went off the track as well. Rodem Lev, he keeps it out here running it, but unfortunately, I mean, after starting up there in what was 3rd position this race, yeah, it's fun to watch that 404 have the speed, have the pace, but just a little bit of contact and what went to what you could call an avalanche effect here at the start of this race. Yuval Merrick, he barely missed a spinning Yossi by there by just a couple of centimeters. What could have completely changed the outcome of this race, what could have completely changed the outcome of the point standings after this race, heading into race number 6 in 2 weeks' time. Yuval Merrick, he's only got 2 more turns to go to make this back-to-back official. It's the MF Media. It's the MF Racing. It's Yuval Merrick. He's going places, and it was from P10 to the race lead. He's also going to places in real-life racing. It's Yuval Merrick. He solidifies the back-to-back in the number 25 Mazda MX5 Cup car. Congratulations, Yuval. We'll let you get into popping that virtual champagne tonight. Says, woohoo! Cha-Cha, he'll take away P2. Gertal, whoo! He pulls a little 360 there. Congratulations on the P3, Gert. It'll be Arnon Levy, Mark Zubarev, Amir Atun, Ezra Raphael, Iran Frankel, Dima Medvedik. How about Dima? All the way from P20, slices, dices, works his way back up to P10. Stick with us here on SSN and ILAKA Esports YouTube channels, as we'll have these unofficial, official race results, as well as these top 3 driver interviews here in just a few moments' time. Don't go anywhere. My name's Sean Stam. Thanks, everybody. Waiting for these unofficial, official race results to come in here. So I'd just like to take the time to appreciate each and every single one of you coming out and watching another broadcast here live on ILAKA Esports Automotive and Karting Association YouTube channels. If you like what you saw, as man, Idan Eliyahu and Idan Delitsky right across the line, separated by only 0.4 of a second. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button. It means a lot to us. To subscribe to us as well, as that what keeps us moving and grooving back there behind the scenes. Here's a look at the official race results, and then we'll get those top 3 driver interviews. Yuval Merritt, congratulations, man. He goes back-to-back here tonight. Reuven Chacha, after a heavily damaged number 1, he'll finish it out P2. Gertel, how about him? He takes advantage of that top 10 inversion. I wouldn't even say that, though. He had a really nice pace here, even in our feature race. Number 7 takes away P3. Ryan Tassoni right outside of the top 3, but I think we might chat with him anyways. He'll be on Levy. Mark Zubrev, Amir Atun, Ezra Raphael, Aaron Frankel, and Dima Medvedik, who ran up the top 10. Mini Lance, how about Mini Lance run here tonight in the number 77 Mazda MX5? Gains 5 positions since the drop of the green. Alexei Sorpin, same story there, gained quite a few positions since that drop of the green flag on the race restarts. Gabriel Fuchs, drawer last, Hemdan Omri, Idan Aliyahu, Iran Delitsky, Yeltsin Gabai, and Rodom Lev running at our top 20, and it's Yuvi who rounds out our top 21. Hey, Yuval Merritt, congratulations on your back-to-back, man. This is Sean Stam live down here in virtual Victory Lane. Got yourself a copy?
Yep, copy.
Well, Yuval, how'd you get it done here? You had lights out pace. That number 25 was on rails.
Actually, I was just trying to survive the first few turns. And somehow I got like the most insane start I could have asked. And yeah.
Man, it was fun watching you send it 2 and 3 wide there on that race start. You barely had missed a spinning Yossi goodbye there. Could have completely changed the complexity of everything. But man, what a race restart. You had places to be, and that was to the front. Congratulations, Yuval. Who we shouting out who makes this all possible here for you tonight?
I would like to thank you for broadcasting this race, and ILAKA and Tal for making sure everything is going well, and my sponsor Griiip for making it all possible.
We appreciate that, Yuval. That goes a long ways back there behind the scenes. Congratulations. We'll let you get to popping that champagne here tonight, and hopefully we're chatting with you 2 weeks' time.
Thank you.
That's going to do it here for the driver interviews. Oh, wait, no. There's the man. There's the myth, the legend. He finishes P4. It's the man. Ryan, how are you doing here? You gained, well, you're back to where you started, at least on the feature race.
Yeah, well, I'm sweating bullets. It was really tough. I actually didn't get any practice the last 2 weeks, so the first time I got on Winton Raceway was just an hour before the race, so I didn't have any lap times on my hand, and it was really challenging keeping up, and just being in the top 5, that's a win for me.
Yeah, well said there, Ryan. It was a lot of fun to watch you there. We know that you're up there in the point standings, P2 in the standings before this race started. These race restarts, though, to bounce off what you've all said, not only even the drop of the green flag, but as well as the drop of the green flag for the feature race. What was going through your minds there is, I mean, it gets so tight so quick.
Yeah, it was a real mess, you know. The grid for this track is right into the first chicane, and you start side by side, and you just you know, you gotta commit, you gotta stay focused and go side by side with the whole pack, and just
Well said there, Ron. We appreciate it. Before we let you get going, is there anybody you'd like to shout out or thank here for this another really nice run? Uh-oh. I heard it kind of cut him off there for a second. I'll give him just a couple moments here, but before we do get going and wrapping everything up, thank you everybody once again for spending your time with us here tonight on ILAKA and SSN YouTube channels. We appreciate it so much. And Ryan, you still there? Oh man, Mike must have died or something. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna get going here, but we appreciate each and every single one of you. Have a great rest of every single one of you tonight, and hopefully we're back with you here in a couple weeks' time. Thanks, everyone.